Hi everyone, today we're going to make these cute Halloween decor pieces, and I'm going to start with this Dollar Tree Jack-o'-lantern treat box, and I'm just going to start by carving out the eyes, nose, and mouth using this Dollar Tree utility knife that I picked up in the hardware section. I don't even think I've ever used a utility knife like from another store, just the Dollar Tree ones, and they work really good. You just have to do this very slowly and have patience because, you don't want to like carve anything else other than the face. Well, the nose and the mouth and the eyes. But yeah, it just takes patience. You can do it no problem. And you also want to be super careful. And I could have done both sides, like the front and the back, but I decided I think it's fine just to do one side, but it's optional. You can do both if you'd like. Yeah, just taking a little bit at a time, patience, one little portion at a time. And some of the paper might have like the color of the pumpkin might have been peeling up a little bit. But right here I'm just cutting off the little ribbon handle because I didn't think I'd need it. But as you can see, it's kind of like, well, as of now I'm actually just trimming pieces that are sticking up, but here in a sec you're going to see where some of the paper from the box, like the design is like kind of peeling up. But you can just glue that right back down and it's like it never happened. But yeah, just trimming it a little bit here and there. But see right there, you can see where I'm gluing it back down on the little teeth. I guess because when you're carving it, sometimes it like kind of lifts, but that's okay. It's nothing we can't fix. And I'm taking the plastic from this LED light box, the clear plastic. But if you don't have this, you can also use Dollar Tree's plastic cutting mats that you can pick up in the kitchen section. They're kind of like cutting boards, but they're mats. And they would be perfect for this actually, but I didn't have that. So this is going to be used to place on the eyes, nose, and mouth because I kind of wanted to give it like a frosted effect, like to where a light could glow through it, but I didn't want it completely see-through. So I'm taking Mod Podge, just the matte one, and I'm doing this on one side of the plastic. And I think I wind up going in with like 2 coats of that. But wait till you see the end result. It looks so cool. Now I'm just going to blow dry that. I'm just trying to speed up the process a bit. And I'm just taking some, like, I think it had like a piece of something on it, like glitter. I don't know. But yeah, here I am going in with my second coat. And I was just going to do the plain Mod Podge, but then on the other side, I got this brilliant idea, and I'm about to show you in a second what I did. And honestly, I think it turned out way better than it would have if I had done just the Mod Podge. I was just going to carve out the face, the eyes, nose, and mouth, and put a light in there, but I don't know, the light was just too visible. And to me, I just didn't like it, but you can do it however you'd like. You could leave it that way or do what I'm doing, but personally, I like this way better. And see, here I am going to go in with my triple thick by Deco Art, and I'm going to do that on the other side of the plastic. Only because I wasn't sure how the triple thick would lay on top of the Mod Podge. Then I'm going to take some diamond dust, aka glass glitter, and I'm going to sprinkle that on top of the triple thick. And I'm going to be doing this on both pieces of plastic. And it really does work. It works so good. I'm sure I could have gotten away with just using the Mod Podge and just making it look kind of frosted, but I don't know. To me, this worked out so much better. I love this glass glitter. It is so pretty. And it's very beautiful paired with other glitters as well. It just adds like even more of a sparkle. And I'm so sorry if you hear yelling. It's probably the neighbors. But my windows are super thin, so it's like you can hear everything from the outside. Anyways, now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I'm going to glue this inside. Now, there was my brother picking its nose. He was trying to make a joke for you guys. And he did. I was like, don't do that. But, of course, he didn't listen. Yeah, I'm just gluing it from the inside over the eyes and the nose and the mouth. And as you can see, that gives it like a really neat, like frosted effect. See, like it's see-through, but it's not like so see-through that you could see every detail. And that was really my whole reason for doing that. And see, I was going to use these LED lights, which looked really cool, don't get me wrong. But I do wind up going in there with a different light. But you can use any on hand. You're going to find out I wind up using these LED lights for something else. But here I'm going to make like a little lid for the top. And it looks like the top of the Jack-o'-lantern. But I'm taking some stiff white felt from Hobby Lobby. And I'm just tracing the top. And I'm actually cutting it a little bit bigger than what I traced. And you can kind of see the pencil markings. But I'm doing this so that way it doesn't like fall right in, but it's more like a lid. And I'm just cutting it to whatever size I think is good for this. And now that I've got my size that I want, I'm going to go ahead and take the shade Pumpkin by Waverly. And I'm going to paint this nice orange color. I was trying to pick the one that was as close to the pumpkin or the jack-o'-lantern as possible. And I think I wound up going in with like 2 or 3 coats. I think it was just 2. That's the thing with that Waverly paint. You don't need as many coats. That's one thing I love about it. Once again, I'm so sorry if you guys hear loud yelling. I think our neighbors are having a cookout. If you don't hear it, great. If you do, I apologize in advance. And now I'm going to take this stick that I found in the yard, and I'm just going to like put it as much in the middle as possible, trace a circle. It does not have to be perfect. And then carve that out with my X-Acto knife. And it carved very easily too. And see, I'm trying to make like a pumpkin stem here. And it worked. I think that's a perfect size for that. And then I'm just going to take my hot glue and just go around that part on the inside of it. And I'm going to take these little leaves from the mums, like the bush of flowers from Dollar Tree. It's the mini mums. And it doesn't have any flowers left, but I saved the leaves because I knew they could come in handy just as they are now. And I just thought that would look nice. And I'm taking a piece of the little swizzly stem, or I don't know what you call that. But I'm trying to make it look kind of like the pumpkin's like vine. I just thought it would look good there. Now taking these fall berries, and I chose the ones that had some black on it because I thought that went really good for Halloween. Sure, any of them would work, but I don't know. I'm so particular about it for some reason. Now I'm just playing around with more leaves, but then I decide just to leave it as is. And see, that looks really cool. Don't get me wrong. I just decide to go in with a different light later on. But either way would look good. Now I'm taking a piece of contact paper from Dollar Tree and this little ghost ornament that I found at Dollar Tree as well. It came in a package of 8. And we're just going to be using the shape and trace it on the back of the contact paper. And the reason I'm doing this is so I can use it as kind of like a template to stick onto a vase. You'll see exactly what I'm doing, trust me. And you want to work very slowly when cutting out the eyes and the nose and the mouth, because you're just carving it. But if you're patient, it comes out really nice. I thought these little ghosts were just too cute not to get. And I knew I could do so many things with them. And you know, another neat idea you can do with these ghosts is you can actually trace, or just one of them actually, you could trace it onto a piece of like cardboard or cardboard cereal box, cut it out, and then save it as like a template for future projects. I think I plan to do that with all of the wooden ornaments that I have. So now I'm going to peel off the backing and I'm going to stick this wherever I would like on my vase. I kind of chose to do it sort of at the top, more towards the top. And I'm just making sure it's like really stuck down. I'm pretty sure you can kind of guess what I'm doing. I'm going to paint over the whole thing, the whole vase, ghost and all. And I'm choosing to use ink by Waverly, and it's just this matte black paint. I would really advise using chalk paint when you're going to paint glass vases. I don't know, I just think it works so much better on glass than the plain like apple barrel paints and folk art paint. Because this doesn't scratch off as easily, and that's what I love about it. If you are going to use like apple barrel paint, I would advise to maybe coat it with some Mod Podge afterwards. And that works too, like if you don't have any Waverly or chalk paint or any of that. And I do wind up going with 2 coats of this, but I do have to go ahead and peel off my ghost now, because if you do it when the paint's dry, it could mess up the whole thing. And you can barely see it right now, but and right now I'm just kind of cleaning up around the eyes and the nose. Or the mouth, I mean, not the nose. But I'm kind of doing this on the inside too a little bit on some spots, because being that the vase is clear, you can kind of see the streaks. And this is actually an easier way of doing this, or a quicker way of doing this, without having to wait for your vase to dry completely and then... But now I'm going to take this white paint by Apple Barrel, and this could be Apple Barrel paint. This is totally fine, because I'm just doing a little bit of a dry brushing motion from the top rim going downward. And I'm going to do the same on the bottom. I'm going to do like a dry brushing stroke method going from the bottom rim upward. I just thought that looked so cool and like so ghostly looking. Made it more like spooky. That is so cool. I really love this. And now just making sure my ghost little dude is kind of clean. And at first I was going to use this color changing light. Like you see, I kind of switched them later on. I wound up putting the LED lights in this one, the string lights. And then I put this color changing one in the Jackolantern. So I kind of switched them, but either way, it just gives you an idea. And I do wind up doing more to the ghost, because I kind of felt that it just was too clear, and I didn't like that for some reason. And see, it does look neat, but the red you can barely see for sure. So here I am going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back in with my triple thick. And I took like a very small detailed brush so that way I don't get it all over the black paint or the eyes or the mouth. I know you really can't see the shape of my ghost too well, but you'll really start to see it come together as I work. And I just do this kind of in like portions, like the bottom, and then work to the middle and then to the top. But yeah, then I'm going to go in with my glass glitter, kind of like I did for the Jackolantern. But I really feel like this made it nice. It kind of made it, like I said, like not so see-through, but see-through enough to see the light, like glowing through it. And see, like I said, I'm just doing it like little portion at a time. Because if I do the whole ghost with the triple thick at once, I'm worried that some of it'll start to dry and then my glass glitter won't stick. And I just kind of felt like it was just easier for me anyways. I don't know why that is, but it worked either way. And you could probably even do this with like some white iridescent, like the ultra fine iridescent glitter. Walmart has a good size bottle, and I actually have this bottle of glitter. It's like I don't even know how to explain the size. I don't remember, but it's like $2.97 a bottle, but it's a pretty good amount of glitter for the price. But I'm pretty sure you could even use that glitter if you don't have glass glitter. I'm not sure because I didn't try it, but I mean, you would think on clear glass it would still be see-through enough to see the light. Because I did try to use the string lights before doing this, and all you could see was a bunch of wires and lights right through the ghost, and I just didn't like that. To me, that looked tacky. But if you don't mind it, that's completely fine. But this really worked. Really good. Really good. So how have you guys been doing? I hope you guys are doing great and having fun decorating for the holidays and having fun, you know, just with family. Pray that things are going good for you guys and that you're staying well. Oh, and right now I'm just kind of cleaning up the edges, like where some glass glitter might be sticking out, you know, towards the edges of my ghost. Just cleaning up the edges a bit. And also trying not to scratch too hard. I'm just using a toothpick. But yes, I mean, even though it is the chalk paint and it doesn't scratch off as easily, it is still possible. But, yeah. Anyways, I'm about to show you guys at the end of the video how that looks, the light going through that. But now I'm going to take some of these ghost charms again. And I do wind up using 3, and I do wind up spackling the holes later at the top. But at first I was not really sure what I was going for, what I was doing, but I'm telling you guys right now ahead of time, I would go ahead and paint, spackle the holes in the top and paint 3 ghosts white. Like I said, I really did not know what I was going for, what I was really making at the time, but yeah, you're about to see though. I did not have this project planned out. I was just winging it, but that's okay. Sometimes that's what it takes, you know. Creativity sometimes is not exactly, you know, planned out. It just happens. But I'm just using some plain white apple barrel paint, and that works just fine on the wood, like perfectly. And if I had been thinking about it, like I said, I would have just spackled the holes ahead of time, but it's okay. I mean, it's white paint and the spackle is white, so I mean, it's not like it took much to like cover it, the color of the spackle. But these ghosts are just so cute. I can't help but think they're cute. It's Casper. I love Casper, the friendly ghost. Comment down below, what is your favorite Halloween movie and why? I love different ones. Like my most favorites are probably like Casper the Friendly Ghost or Halloween Town. I think that's what that's called. But those are the cuter ones and stuff. I'm not the biggest Halloween freak, I'll be honest, but sometimes I'll get in the mood for some cute little Halloween decor pieces or Halloween movies, things like that. I kind of like the movie Hocus Pocus, but it's not my most favorite. But I do love it. It's just that there's some things in it that, I don't know, I think is kind of evil-like. Like, I'm not saying it's evil, but I'm sure you get what I'm saying. But it is a cute movie. It's pretty funny in parts, too. Like when he lit the candle and didn't believe anything would happen. Oh, that was so funny. His face. The look on his face. Poor kid. But yeah, I love how they conquer the witches later on at the end. That was like so cool. But yeah, if I had to pick favorite Halloween movies, it would have to be that one, Casper the Friendly Ghost. Um, I can't really think of the others. I know one is like Halloween Town. I think that's the name of it. And I think just the first one's the best. I don't know. Maybe the second one too. Oh, and maybe Beetlejuice. I mean, I don't know if that's really considered a Halloween movie, but I mean, it can go for Halloween. I think it counts. But yeah, here I am painting my third ghost, and I did go ahead and spackle my holes. And these aren't going to be double-sided. I mean, you might could make them double-sided, but there is something that I do later on that would kind of make it to where I can't make mine double-sided, but that's okay. Comment down below if you guys are even going to do anything for Halloween. I'm probably not. I'm probably just going to stay at home and watch movies and maybe see if there's any type of munchies laying around. Things like that. And now I'm going to start decorating my ghosts. And I'm going to use some triple thick all over the front. Of course, not in too thick of a coat, but you know, just thick enough to really hold glitter. And this is actually the glitter I was telling you guys about, the ultra fine white iridescent glitter that I'm going to apply to my ghosts, because I just thought it would make them really cute and add a nice sparkle. You could have even used the glass glitter on these too, and I thought about it, but then I was like, nah, I've used my glass glitter already a bunch of times. So decided just to go in with my white iridescent glitter and the ultra fine grit. Now I'm just kind of patting that, you know, down to make sure it stays. And I did all three of my ghosts, set them aside, and I had these little like cardboard like letters, and they come in a pretty good size pack from Hobby Lobby. So I'm going to paint these black, and I'm going to spell out boo on the ghosts. And now I'm going to paint some Jenga blocks, 6 Jenga blocks to be exact. I'm going to paint them black as well. And I go ahead and just paint all the sides, even if I think they may not be showing, just to be on the safe side. And now I'm going to glue it in between 2 Jenga blocks, the ghosts. And that does work, but the only thing is there's not much support there. I wound up actually having to fix it. But I'm going to show you guys in a sec how I add more support and stability. And it even made it look nicer too. But I took pieces of popsicle stick, cut down to fit the very ends of my Jenga blocks. And I'm going to paint these black as well. And you're going to need... oh, still 6, obviously. But probably cut about the same size. And I'm going to cut the top and the bottom and the edges of each one. So sorry if you hear yelling. And now it's either the neighbors or my brother in the other room. We are a comical family, what can I say? And just making sure I'm getting the paint distributed evenly on the edges as well. And this might be optional, I'm not sure. I really just wanted to add more stability because it kind of felt like just not very secure. I guess because the pointed end of the bottom of the ghost, you know, it doesn't like, when it goes in between the Jenga blocks, each end could easily be squeezed and it just falls apart. Hard to explain really unless you make them yourself. But it's pretty much what happens. Anyways, once these are dry, we are going to then glue them to the very ends of the Jenga blocks. And at first I started messing with it to see if there was another way, but this was the best way, so... see? And it even makes it look nicer even. So that's pretty cool. And you're going to do this on all three ghost figure things. And there we go. Then I'm going to take my letters and I'm going to glue those on. And I'm going to use my Fabritac glue for this. Only because it's like less like lumpy like hot glue. I feel like hot glue just dries so bulky and it's more obvious that these are glued on that way if I was to use the hot glue. You could probably also use Aleene's tacky glue or maybe even Elmer's, who knows, but I'm just going to go in with this one. I just thought it was really cute how the three ghosts could spell out boo. Kind of makes me think of the fall decor piece that I made with the fall leaves that time with the leaf ornaments. And I spelled out the word fall. Kind of makes me think of that. It's the same method pretty much. Isn't that cute? And now, let me see, what am I doing next? I wound up blackening the eyes using some black ribbon that I got at Walmart, and it's kind of like a glittery look. But I'm just simply gluing a strip over the eyes, you know, from the back and over the mouth. I just felt like it looked better that way. I don't know why. It's optional. You don't really have to do this, but I think it still looks cute. But I don't know, just a personal preference, I guess. I felt like it made the eyes and the mouth a little more noticeable, especially if you're going to put this up against like a white wall. I kind of feel like the eyes and the mouth would be not as, you know, noticeable. But this made them very noticeable. And this will be the very last project of this video. And here is the finished product of all my items that I've made. And I thought it would look cute putting the little boo ghosts. See, I put the LED string lights in here instead, but I put the little boo ghosts, the shelf decor piece in front of the vase, and I put the color changing light here in the lantern box. And as you can see, it goes from like red to green, I think to blue. And here I'm going to show you. And I went ahead and put the little crystals in there. What the heck? But yeah, I just thought it looked nicer that way, just glowing different colors. And well, anyways, oh, now I'm going to show you guys how it looks in the dark. I almost forgot. And that's so cool. Well, I love you guys so much. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye.